Hello YouTube, and welcome back to the Joy of Building series. In today's episode, we will be doing the interior and exterior of this sort of windmill that we made a couple of episodes ago. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm just going to create this giant farm, which usually surrounds windmills, and just decorate the outside here a bit, because it's looking kind of bland and out of place at the moment, because there's nothing really there on the inside. It's just hollow and dark, and then also on the outside and around here there's just hills and stuff, which is kind of windmill-y, but also not really at all. So why don't we just start with an interior, and eventually I'll end up getting to the exterior. So what I'm gonna do for interior blocks, I'm gonna take spruce planks, some coarse dirt, this kind, and path blocks. And what you can do with this is they together create a sort of cool little floor pattern if you just kind of block spam, and it creates this cool little floor design that kind of looks like what a farm floor would look like. Just spamming stuff everywhere pretty much. And here we have our sort of mismatched barnyard floor. So now what I'm gonna do is, I don't like how dark it is, so I think I'm gonna take some spruce fences maybe, and let's go with barrels. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna find kind of a center of this place, kind of like right here pretty much, and I'm gonna go barrel and then shift click a spruce fence right there, and just bring this all the way up to around. I kind of want these to be there around here. I don't know how many blocks high this is, but it doesn't really matter if you're following along, because it will look pretty much the same no matter what you do. I need some lanterns here. I can't even see what I'm building. Alright. I'm gonna bring this, and I'm just going to fill the entire roof section of this windmill. Kind of. Like so. There. And I'm gonna drop out of it like this, and then to create that lighting, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna utilize this, like these extra sort of stone parts that we added, and just plop some lanterns on them so we have some nice lighting in here. And then I also think for more support look to it, let's just take these fences and extend them to the edges of the sort of windmill. And this is pretty much the interior, all the interior that you will need. But if you want to add more, you can take these hay bales and you can stack them in the corner to show that like work is being done, or it's on a farm or something, which I'll get to the actual farm part in a tiny bit. But you can just do something kind of like that, and it looks like that this place is a pretty nice windmill. So yeah, it's the interior of the windmill, pretty much done instantly, and it looks pretty cool. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of all of this area, and I'm gonna make it look like a nice farm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab some supplies. First of all, I'm gonna need a hoe, and let's do some stripped spruce logs. You'll see why I'm doing those in a minute. And then obviously a water bucket and and composters. Yes, like this, because you know how a farm, it goes mostly as so. Water, composter, kind of like that. So basically it's going to be like this, but all of this around here. So I'm going to get rid of this actually, now that I just created it. And then I'll start on the actual farm part of it. I still wanted to show you guys exactly how I sort of made this farm, but I also wanted to speed up this clip so I didn't miss how I actually sort of did it, but you also didn't get bored, because this took me around 30 minutes just to clear out this area. So yeah. We've done our huge farm field that we're doing here. Now let's do, so what I want to do is I want to sort of create some sort of trees or bushes here that just goes around the windmill here, sort of sealing off this back side here, just the outside of it. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to grab these blocks that I have here. Oh, I'm going to do that. But these blocks that I have here with cobblestone slabs, and then I also want spruce, I want saplings, leaves, and birch. Birch leaves, just leaves, not saplings. But what I'm gonna do now is basically I'm going to, like, for instance, it's more like a block spam, but that's how all bushes sort of look. So basically what's gonna happen is I'm placing random bits of cobblestone down, and then I'll place spruce leaves and the saplings just in a random sort of placement around the cobblestone. And what this looks like is it looks like ruins or remnants of something that was there, and it ends up looking pretty cool for the final result once you've got it fully completed. So for the second long boring thing of this episode, let's get right into it. I kind of want to explain what I did for this sort of little time-lapse thing that we've got going on here. So basically, you just take those 2 blocks and spam them around the cobblestone, and it should get you a sort of ruined shrubbery look to it. It's usually used for like old medieval buildings or stone brick buildings, but you can use it for like cottages and stuff because those work as well. With that, we have done this sort of backside area, and this windmill here is going to look pretty nice once all the sort of stuff, the wheat grows, and then eventually you can stand sort of like right here. Should have probably made more of a platform for this, but I'm not farming more, so I'm not. And you can look up and you can just see the sort of rolling farms, and it looks, or farm, and it looks kind of cool with the trees in the background. So that's the end of today's episode, and thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check out the other videos on my channel if you want to learn more about building. And lastly, remember, this series is a series that is just building with you guys, and you guys can always join in alongside me in these builds. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.